Hello everyone. In this talk today, I will explain what happens during a Reiki session, what it feels like, and give you some examples of people who have truly benefited from receiving a Reiki healing. Today, Reiki is practiced in many hospitals and in private practices all around the world and is even accepted by most private healthcare insurances for rebate. Reiki can be used alongside other conventional medicine and surgery or complementary treatment. The Reiki Association I belong to in the UK has worked alongside doctors and nurses for the last 3 years at St George's Hospital in London, which has been part of a trial with liver and kidney clients. Dr.Oz, who is an American medical doctor, is famous for his US TV show and talks about different complementary therapies or healing products each week. And in 2010 and 2012, he announced that Reiki is his #1 preferred healing therapy. Before you book a Reiki session, I would highly recommend that you find a qualified, experienced practitioner that has a good reputation. My sessions are usually around an hour and often longer. Receiving Reiki is simple. The client remains fully clothed and lies on the massage table or sits on a chair and just simply relaxes. The Reiki practitioner gently places their hands in a series of non-intrusive positions on or near the body. Reiki goes where it is needed and the whole person is treated physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So it's not just treating a specific area. As I am a sports massage therapist and aromatherapist, I usually say that massage treats the symptom and Reiki treats the cause. The healing goes deep and continues working for 72 hours. So you get to reap the benefit for quite a few days. It is always safe and never does any harm. The only side effect is improved health and happiness. And I know we can all do with more of that. It doesn't matter even if you don't believe in it. The Reiki will work anyway. Before my first Reiki healing, I was very skeptical. When clients come to see me, I always welcome them and offer a glass of water or herbal tea and point out where the toilet is so they can relax. I allow 30 minutes extra time on their first visit for a health consultation. Not all Reiki practitioners do this. However, they should at least allow time to explain what Reiki is and what you can expect before you start the session. Coming from a general and psychiatric nursing background, I personally think it's a great way to start your Reiki session to build a rapport and allow you time to reflect on how busy your life is or not. And it allows you time to think about your lifestyle. Even if people tell me they've had Reiki or trained in Reiki, I still allow extra time for the consultation and still explain the procedure, as not all Reiki Masters work in the same way. I also have many different packs of positive affirmation cards and angel cards, which many clients are drawn to. So we often open a pack of cards and it's always fun just to read the message. I then explain the healing procedure. I ask them if they're okay with being touched. Otherwise, the same effects and benefits happen when I place my hand just above the body. I show them the minor and major chakra points where I'll be touching them so they don't have any surprises. These points also help to balance the clients on all areas, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. I give the client the choice of lying on their back or their tummy or 30 minutes on either side. And I tell them that I personally prefer if they don't speak and they keep their eyes closed and relaxed, so they can totally switch off. And it also gives them the opportunity of noticing any feelings or sensations. Of course, if they do feel the need to speak or open their eyes, that's fine also. For most of my clients, they say that it's a wonderful gift of silence. Most of us are so busy from morning till night. It's a welcome break. I also offer music, or if they'd like me to give them a guided meditation. I explain that I will start by saying a silent prayer to the universe and ask the universe to send them a healing and for me to be the channel for the universal life force energy. energy. As this energy passes through, it could affect any of your 5 senses. When I place my hands on the client, often they could feel heat or cold or tingling, or they might see something, smell something, taste something, or hear something out of the blue. And sometimes they say nothing happened, and that's okay as well. I tell them that many of my clients fall asleep. However, if they do, they will still receive all the same benefits. I cleanse their aura, which is the energy field surrounding the physical body, and I show them a poster of this so they understand, and tell them as I'm cleaning their energy field, they will probably feel the air moving around their body and especially around their face. After this session, I say a thank you prayer to the universe for sending the healing to the recipient. I allow them time to feel grounded and centered, and some clients like to share their experience. I make sure they have my phone number and email and reassure them that if they have any questions at all, they may contact me. Most clients feel very relaxed and feel like a big weight has been taken off their shoulders. Many look like they've had a facial as they seem to be glowing. Many people have insights to their problems, and some, like myself, have a true awakening. Most people haven't experienced a loving, nurturing touch from the divine before. Some people say they felt like their grandmother or a favorite relative was hugging them. Each person experiences Reiki differently depending on their individual needs at the time. Each Reiki session is often completely a different experience. So why do most people come for a Reiki treatment? Reiki healing can be given anywhere, anytime, in person or at a distance. Reiki is a safe and soothing treatment that can be very comforting when life appears tough. Since the coronavirus pandemic, I started a meditation group on WhatsApp twice daily at 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. for 10 minutes to initially send healing to Nice, Monaco and Italy, and then extended it globally. Many people from around the world have joined, and each Wednesday evening we do a live event on Zoom, as it's also good for people to see one another. It reminds us that we're not alone and everyone else in the world is having the same experience as each individual right now. I have helped many people cope with their fear during this uncertain time, and also many people couldn't cope with their isolation, especially when they live alone. It is our inherent nature to be social, so I have suggested practicing stomach breathing to prevent panic attacks and give gratitude for all they have, and especially for being alive right now and knowing that they're alive, and to give thanks for each breath of air that is keeping them alive. I suggest that before they start, they do one breath saying, I'm breathing in love and I'm breathing out love. Then breathe in slowly through their nose, counting slowly to 4, and out through their mouth, again counting slowly to 4, as they let go of all the toxins and all their negative thoughts and beliefs. Reiki is in everyone and everything. It is in the air that we breathe, the energy of unconditional love. I personally have found that these daily practices, plus receiving a Reiki healing, has been very helpful. We can all feel overwhelmed or disconnected. Sometimes there is a real sense of isolation, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Reiki treatments can bring feelings of peace, connectedness, centeredness, and an ability to cope better with the challenges of life. Reiki helps to bring comfort and support, acceptance, and a more positive outlook. Reiki helps us to change our perception of things. It helps us to look outside the box so we can deal with emergencies, difficult situations, or whatever life throws at us. On Bastille Day in Nice, France, 2016, when the heartbreaking terrorist attack happened, I was actually in Japan, the home of Reiki, and I sent healing from there to all the victims, their families, and everyone who was at the event. I called upon colleagues globally to send love and healing thoughts to this disaster. On my return, I started Reiki healing nights in a friend's large apartment in Nice, which we still continue to this day. Many mothers have confided that they have felt overwhelmed trying to do their own work plus homeschool and make all the meals during this confinement. My tips for coping have helped them and also encouraged their children to do the stomach breathing. They find it helps to calm them also. Over years, I've worked with many battered women who are only used to the violent touch. For many, it is the first time they've ever received a loving touch and able to find inner peace and harmony and the strength and courage to move forward with their daily life. For some, it has empowered them to move on with their life. Many men have found this period of isolation tough, as in general, they're usually working all day. Some work late hours, some travel a lot, and often they don't see their children or their spouses. It has been emotionally and mentally challenging for them, and some have even lost their job, so it's added to the stress. These men have been able to come to terms with things and cope better by receiving Reiki. Children also love Reiki. They are far more in tune with energy than most adults. Many children get bullied at school, and they find this gives them some inner peace, harmony, courage, and strength. Pregnant women usually love the calming effect and the comforting touch that Reiki gives, and the baby in the womb loves it. They usually tell me that they had a best night's sleep ever after a Reiki, as the baby is not so hyperactive during the night. Animals truly love Reiki. Dogs will pick up on their owner's stress and take it on board. One time I was doing voluntary work in the Alps Maritime on an organic farm, as I wanted to learn about permaculture. The grass was cut one day and the whole family where I was staying went into panic because the dog got a wheat sheaf stuck in his ear. Apparently, the year before, the dog had died on the vet's table from the use of anesthesia. Luckily, the vet was able to revive him. However, said the next time this would happen, it would be fatal. I did Reiki on the dog at the farm and in the car en route to the vet's office, and I continued to give the Reiki whilst the vet removed the wheat sheaf with no anesthesia, much to the relief of the entire family. Whilst I was there, I also gave Reiki to the neighbour's tomato patch, which was damaged severely after a storm. Unfortunately, after the Reiki, most of the plants survived. I also gave Reiki via Skype to a friend of theirs in Morocco. A few days later, in another storm, a few days later, there was a hailstorm, and a friend of the people I was staying with, her car skidded and was hanging off a 100-meter drop on her private road. Fortunately, the husband from the farm was staying at the house, repairing her roof, and when the storm passed, he noticed her car and quickly ran a few friends to come and help, and each of them were panicking because even though they did a good job of securing many cars and ropes to her car, they didn't know if her car would go over and take all of them with them also. She was living in fear every second, thinking, please don't let me die, please don't let me die, please don't let me die. And after 2 weeks, she came to see me and she explained that she was almost suicidal because she kept getting nightmares. During the Reiki session, she had a revelation of something that happened in childhood, which was still affecting her today, and she couldn't believe that I knew the story. And that night was the first time in 2 weeks, and in fact in a long time, that she slept very well. And not only that, she was so happy to be alive. She had time to reflect on her life, and she changed her lifestyle completely and started a new career. Reiki is also very helpful with people who are dying and also their families and friends. When my dad was in hospital dying of cancer about 20 years ago, I gave him a Reiki healing. I was so shocked that he accepted, as he didn't believe in it. My young 3-year-old niece was watching me and started copying me. Then we ended up giving everyone on this open water healing. The doctors and nurses told me that everyone was saying how relaxed and comforted they felt, and many slept better. My dad personally told me that it gave him a lot of comfort, and he felt a strong sense of inner peace and was ready to meet his maker. I've helped hundreds of people since, during their last days on this planet. Many athletes love Reiki just to calm and relax their mind and body as they go through so much stress to perform well for their club or country. One of my clients, Anja Bolberg, is a Danish freestyle skier. She competed at 2 Winter Olympics in women's moguls, and she told me she doesn't care how Reiki works. She just knows how good it is when she feels. She just knows how good she feels when she leaves. Anya has given me a testimonial and is happy for me to share it. People also ask me, how often should they come for a Reiki healing? I personally think it depends on how much stress you're experiencing. When people are in a crisis, a weekly session is good. However, my main advice is to go away and assess the benefits. And when you feel out of balance, out of sync, to book another appointment. Your intuition will tell you when you need another appointment. Some people come monthly as a preventative measure just to stay healthy. Reiki is a wonderful gift that will help you in all areas of your life. These days, I mainly teach Reiki as my dream is to spread a pandemic of love. When we work on giving ourselves daily self-Reiki treats, everyone around us benefits as the waves of love radiate out. It teaches us to respect ourselves and our planet. It is our divine birthright to lead a happy, healthy, purposeful life, and Reiki helps to keep us on track. And I believe our mission is to be of service. Reiki is a wonderful gift to give to Mother Earth as a small token of thanks for the unconditional love and support she gives to us, the whole of humanity and every living thing. I believe it's our mission to be of service. Stay well, stay safe, keep breathing and keep smiling. Thank you.